Hi, I am Bertania, your teacher in this class about the earth, chakras, and the marma points of earth. What is the difference between these two? So in our last class we have studied the different depths and layers of the earth and what energetically and spiritually and at soul level and in a form level they represent as an anatomy of earth. So in this class I want to focus in one of the specifics that occurs within those three layers, and those are the currents or ligaments or highways or tunnels or flow of earth in different densities and in different depths of the earth. So some of the currents comes from the very depths towards the surface, and some they go from the surface of the planet to the depths. Some they go around the surface, like rivers and currents in the air and weather patterns. Some they occur, those currents, within the soul of the earth, in the layer of the soul, and they are interconnections among the different memories of earth, among the different intraterrestrial species of earth, and they create currents, connections, frequencies, resonances, information. And of course, within the very core of the earth, the very heart of the earth, the essence of the earth, the spirit of the earth, there are her wishes, her spiritual wishes for herself. And that again forms certain ambience of frequency and drive, her passion, her vocation get a little bit connected with all the other layers. So when we talk about the marma points and the chakra points, we need to understand that these currents, they have places in the surface, in the middle, and in the center that touch, and they meet. It's like two rivers in the surface meet, or three rivers, and that form of the influx of certain information, the 3 or 4 different kinds of information of that water, and when they unite they form a fourth body or a fifth body, forming a strong resonance or a unique information for that particular site or that particular location. So same thing it happens when is in the deeper parts of earth, in the soul aspect of the earth, where they are interconnecting corridors and memories and desires and wisdom, and in equal way they form a specific resonance, an intra-earth resonance, and with that resonance affect very much the surface. It's like a drum that is inside, and it bounces towards the surface, and if it hits one of those unions in the surface, it becomes even more powerful. So it is an alignment between the 3 rivers and these forces, just to put an example, or mountains. The 3 rivers in the surface connects with the depths of other rivers of the soul of the earth, and consequently as well there is a spiritual aspect of the earth that unites. So these three currents from the depths towards the surface form another corridor that is extremely powerful. And wherever you are on earth that has this resonance, let's say in Lake Titicaca, you are touched and you understand the spirit of nature, you understand the transmutation of nature, and you are invited to apply that in the surface, to manifest that in the surface as you being the anchor of the expression of earth. So that creates a chakra. That union of the forces of different currents forms the chakra system, and that chakra is form patterns of evolution. It obeys the same patterns of evolution, which is the spiral. It moves concentrical in itself, and it moves towards the sky, and it moves towards the earth equally, forming a great contraction and expansion and certain pulse, the pulse of that chakra that creates certain melody, that when you synchronize that melody within your own melody, within your own soul pulse and your own heartbeat, you are synchronizing to a very powerful transformative force, what we call the chakra of earth. And that chakra not only pulsate and it have a melody, a sound, a resonance, but it also has a thrive or an impulse towards harmony. It wants to harmonize, meaning attracting any vibration to harmonize with her. So the chakra on the earth, when you go through it, it invites you to harmonize with her. It invites you to align with her wisdom of that. And of course, if you resist, you will feel certain what we may call awakening or experience of some sort. But it really, if you are fluid enough, you are able to synchronize instantaneously and receive that information, that resonance and that pulse instantaneously, because it's within us, it's mimicking us. And it may be in dormancy. Let's say if you are in Lake Titicaca, which is represented by the second chakra of the earth, and you have not master your polarities of male and female, you are gonna feel that the stabilization to start with, which you call powerful experience, but it really is about the invitation of that chakra to harmonize with her. And when you decide, when you surrender, you don't need to have that experience as, oh, this is incredible. No, it's just, okay, I did allow that power site to harmonize with my power site within me, which is one and the same. And that is beautiful. That is so graceful, because you start understanding and pulsating the chakra of the earth within your own chakra system. Now, when let's take the example of Lake Titicaca, because you have the lake, and all around us the the meeting of these three currents that I have been talking about: the surface, the middle, and the internal of the earth. But also, when we talk about marma points, is when there are many versions of those currents around the chakra. And you will see, for example, Cusco being one of them, and on the other side of Peru, and the Bolivia side, there are other points of power that are not as strong as the second chakra itself, but they are in alignment. When we went to Cusco, we have been several times in there, but one in the occasion we went to the Temple of the Sun, and the Incas have a beautiful painting of the different towns that were connected to the great city, the capital of their empire, which was Cusco. So they put Cusco as the sun, and there were rays coming from the central city, and there were towns, and those towns, they have temples, and they were all linked to the main capital. And in their wisdom, they say, if all the people bring their own pilgrimage and presence once a year to the capital, it will be always a flow and peace in the empire. So basically what they were doing was depicting the chakra system and the marma points, where in the periphery of the chakras there are other mini sites that fractally are the same as the center. And that is a way to go around. If you take a journey, for example, when we design our pilgrimage, we design first the pilgrimage around the epicenter. We visit the chakra, the marma points, and we extract the information, and we incorporate and assimilate that information to, by the time that we arrive in the center, either it's a temple or a city or a river, we have enough harmonization and enough strength to hold the main vibration of the chakra. So the marma points are mini centers, and as I say, definitely around the epicenter of the chakra, but also we need to understand that that is fractal. It means that the second chakras of the earth is not defined as just that center of it is fractally around the planet, where everything is conceived as well. So is all around the sphere. It's not located like in our body where you say, okay, this is the second chakra in here. No, you do also have a second chakra in your heart, where you are balancing the two polarities. When you have relationships from the heart, you don't operate from a sexual appetite, but you operate from a place of compassion. So all the chakras contain themselves, and they are all contained mostly in the heart. They are all a sphere in the heart that when you're able to unite that pulse of each one, you are in a state of pure integration, where yes, you do have the chakra system in place, but there are also the operational and perceptive aspect you're perceiving from the heart, and where all those chakras are very much in fusion or in connection. Of course, you need certain passages to get there, but it's part of our understanding of the anatomy of Earth. We cannot say, okay, let's go to the second chakra of Earth. You can be in a marma point that connects to the second chakra without knowing. And that brings you certain attraction to certain places on Earth that have the same quality, the same pulse, the same resonance, and ultimately the same harmonization. So why you do that is because within you you have a vocation or an inclination or an interest or a passion to relate to that specific chakra, to relate to that specific resonant and pulse. So for example, if one of my vocation is create a family, for example, or explore the other as a reflection of myself, I am exploring a polarity point. So with that polarity point, I will be very active in my second chakra, and I will link my second chakra to my throat chakra, so I will maybe be expressing myself more seductive or charming or something to attract the opposed, and as well as linked or having a desire to visit places that are marma points of Earth or the main chakras, chakra of the Earth that resonate with that second chakra. So that way we are very profoundly linked with the subtle anatomy of Earth and our own subtle anatomy. And as we transform and purify and stabilize the pulse and the resonance of our own chakra system, we are contributing to the information that that chakra or marma points hold on Earth. So it is something that understanding Earth anatomy and how you walk on Earth and how your chakra system connect to the Earth chakra system, and how the depths of you and the external of you are all a perfect mirror of the Earth itself.